everybody, and welcome to another edition of Poland Daily Travel. We stopped off in the small town of Góra on our way to Głogów, and because we saw this amazing church in the distance, it just rises up, as it would have done in late medieval times. It's a Gothic church called St. Catherine's, and it was such an impressive view and the sun coming down that we thought we'd stop. And then, as we were filming outside, some very interesting epitaphs in stone on the side of the church. We were invited to come in, and this happens sometimes. If you get lucky, you may get invited in to see the interior of the church and even film it. We didn't ask ahead of time, so it's very, very kind of the gentleman to let us in, and very enthusiastic that we should see the inside. Well, this is amazing. It's cold like it would have been probably in 1288 or whenever the church was founded. I think it's Gothic, so it's sometime from the end of the 12th century anyway. And the town was incorporated, Góra was incorporated in 1288 by Magdeburg town rights. That's the right to sort of incorporate according to the rules of the Holy Roman Emperor. So it's fitting that this massive building really would still be the main, would have been the main building, and probably the thing around which the whole town grew up, you see. There probably would have been the church put here, and then things, sort of the markets began to gather around it, and whatever. There would have been some castles, no doubt, nearby. Well, there are in Głogów, for example. So this is as I say, beautiful, beautiful example. You've got this high vaulted ceiling, which is very impressive, and you have these classic Gothic arches and Gothic windows, but they're not stained glass. That's interesting. The windows are not stained glass. You think they would be. The stained glass rose window over the front door, big organ gallery up here over the entrance where it should be. And you have a number of these large sort of Gothic windows that, okay, the ones high up, they have stained glass. I don't know how old it is, but these bigger ones down here do not, and that may mean that they were blown out during various wars. Here's a smaller window here. There are some. This is a very nice one with, I suppose, the Virgin Mary. Very pretty window here. And then you have the altar, which is, a classic sort of more modern. I don't know how old those pieces are, and I wouldn't know really without speaking to a local historian or a priest himself to figure those things out. But it's always nice to, when people invite you in, you see, as you know yourself when you're traveling, it's a great pleasure to be, for someone to take interest that you're taking an interest, because they don't always. But in a lot of the smaller towns where they know they have a treasure like this, they're more than happy to accommodate without even asking, which is very pleasant indeed. Okay, enjoy the trailer. Be back after the trailer. Thanks. And I hope you enjoyed the interior of that St. Catherine's Church in Góra. And now we're in Głogów. In fact, we're standing right in the middle of the town square, and we crossed over the Oder River in its majesty just as the sun was setting. And you can see by now it's already set. It's still early. It's not even 6 o'clock, just about 5:30. But it's already on its way to darkness. It was a beautiful day here. I can still see that it's going to be a starry night, and we're looking forward to our accommodation. That is, we're not staying in town. We're going to stay in the countryside at a castle that's been converted into a hotel, and it has really good reviews, and the price is good, folks. The price is good. But we'll do more about that once we get to the castle and see it, and there's a little more light. So that's all we have for tonight. We're in Głogów by the Oder River, and more to come in future episodes about a castle that we're staying in, castle hotel that we're staying in, and then in subsequent episodes from here in Głogów, which has a lot to offer. It's a very interesting old city, one of the oldest cities in Poland, going back 1,000 years, and a favorite city of the Piasts. So there'll be lots of ancient stuff coming up, as well as a look at at a vibrant sort of provincial town, 65,000 people. Not bad, not bad, and they're really working on it. I can see a lot of renovation being done in this main square as well. So life proceeds, you know. Things get destroyed, things get rebuilt. Sometimes it just takes a bit of time and effort. Anyway, that's all I have for you from Głogów, Poland, on this chilly, early February evening. See you next time. I'm Will Richardson in Głogów.